In this video, I'm going to take you a tour of everything we have here. We're going to do feeding, cleaning, and just have a bit of chat about reptiles and looking after this many animals in general. I had to crawl under the tripod. Right, so as you look so as you look down this corridor, you see like this wall of vivs, like a corridor of vivs to my workstation and my laptop. In here I have a spotted python, that's my female called Sausage. Up here, I don't know if you can see it in the shot, but there's a male spotted python called Shrimp. In here I have my Mexican black king snake female. Down here in this big 7-foot, I have my bearded dragon. In here I have my male MBK Monty. In here I have a male Cali King called Charlie. Down here is my ball python. And in this big 120-gallon tank here is my leopard gecko Miko. Oh, and then in here are my venomous Egyptian sand snakes. I regret buying those, but that's a different story. But they live there. I think the very first thing I'm going to do today is feed the bearded dragon. I want to feed her early in the day, so it's not like when she's sleepy. I want to do it when she's fired up, midpoint in the day. So let's go do that now. I ran this through the dishwasher and it's gone all like hard watermarky, but it's like that because it's clean. But weird, but yeah. All I need to do is come down here, plonk this here, and I'm just going to shred up a bunch of our dandelions. That'll do. A subscriber, Yumi, actually sent these to me nicely. The ingredients are really cool. It's bee pollen, dandelion greens, spirulina, probiotics, chamomile, clover, hibiscus, lavender and rose. So it's called Dragon Crack, and it's meant to be good for those people that have like really picky beardies, and it's meant to get their bearded dragons to eat their greens. I don't really have that problem, but we're going to try it on my dragon anyway and see if she like avoids it, if she doesn't like it. I'm going to put some of that on. Are you ready, girly? Her name's Nugget, by the way. Are you ready, Nugget? I'm going to plonk this down here. Do you want this? Oh. She's chomping. She seems to be munching just fine. She's not like offended by the powder. Again, my dragon's not really a good test because she would eat and clear that bowl anyway. She's a good girl, so where are you going? You can't leave. You can't leave. She's like, have you got anything else on offer? She's like, can I see a menu, please? Right, we'll leave you to it, love. We'll leave you to it. Got lots to get on with today. Can you see how much she scratched up this acrylic by like clawing at the door to come and go for walks? Ruined it. You've ruined it, you little graffiti artist. Right, so the next thing I need to do is go water and spray all the anole lizards. That's in a different room. They need to get their water for the day. Let's do that. So in this room, I need to water these brown anoles. And then I need to spray these green anoles. Spray and feed the little singular baby green anole in here. I need to spray this big Cuban false chameleon tank. So my hognose is actually in the big tub, so I can give it deep substrate. I'm experimenting a little bit. I mean, the tub's longer than he is, and he looks kind of small in it, and I'm giving him full-blown lighting, so making a tub work for a hognose snake. And then beside the bed, we've got the female that's in here. And then I need to check on the incubator up there. I try not to film this room too much because it's a bedroom. And it's a bit weird filming your bed and stuff and everyone's seeing your bedroom. But I'm giving you a glimpse into what's in the room without me showing you my bed and things like that. It's weird. So these guys love like sitting around on the dense bits back there. This bamboo's doing quite well. We've got a laying area here. They like to lay around the base of like a branch. Don't know whether that's going to work or not. It might need to be a thicker branch, but we'll see how it goes. They're not old enough to breed yet anyway. We're using a pressure sprayer. If you want one of these, I've got them linked down below on our Amazon storefront. They're quite cheap. Just going to give them some drinking water. Give them that boost of humidity, but mainly it's just the drinking water. Our house sits around 70% anyway, so there's a lot of high humidity species that lots of people were like, oh my god, you can't do that. But then we keep them in mesh enclosures because our house is so humid. Most people don't know it, but England used to be a temperate rainforest. So it used to be like a rainforest with like a lot of rainfall. But the seasons would be like spring, autumn, summer, winter, which is what makes it temperate. But it would have been a rainforest, which is why Britain gets so much rainfall because the Britain sits in like a weird position with all the air currents and blah blah, all the weather stuff. But because of that weather stuff, we also got a rainforest. So naturally, we get so much water and humidity that Britain is actually a really humid place. So I can keep a lot of humid species in mesh enclosures and things like that. If it isn't also obvious, we come from a really hard water area, so we get like really bad hard water marks to the point where I stopped cleaning because it's so much of a hassle. But you can see them up there. I'll show you before I spray, actually. Learn from my mistakes. The hard watermark's not dirty or anything, it's just calcium. There you go, there's a little bubby. Right, let's spray him. Not going to spray him directly. Just going to give him areas in the setup to drink from. So I'll spray down here, away from him. Oh, now that he's gone down, I'll spray there. So that he has areas to drink up high. Oh, he's a little bit upset. He's getting a bit puffy with me. Sorry. But he's got lots of flies and stuff in there. I fed him yesterday, so I won't feed him today, I don't think. He's got water now, so should be fine. Are you going to be a knob? If he comes out and I have to grab him, he's going to bite the shit out of me. But here we go. Hopefully he'll see that water is coming, and he'll be like, oh yeah, drinking time. I try to spray their plants, because the plants are really good spots for it collecting the water. And there's such large surface areas that you can go and drink from it later on as well, because it holds it for longer. No, you're not coming out. Oh, this is the night. Aye! Oh, fuck. Back. Oh, tits. He's a bitey one, this one. Get in. Good boy. Climb up. You tit. Drink your water. Okay, I think we're done with him. What are you being moody about? You're never normally like this. You're normally a good boy. Let's shut this. Right, so because he climbed all over this, I'm going to have to disinfect it. So what I'm going to do is use Lucillin. I can just throw it around the place. It doesn't matter. It kills all the bacteria. It's antimicrobial. And it's like animal safe. I can drink it if I want to. Tastes like chlorine, but I regret doing that. But at least I proved it was safe, right? Right. So I'm just going to spray it around the tip. Done. Right, now that I'm done drinking my disinfectants, I'm going to show you the girl here. She's got a nice little lay box down here. She's got nice thin vertical branches to do this position on. She's got like horizontal branches, a big horizontal branch there, and it continues up past the top as well. It's a hot day, so I've got the heat lamps off, but I'm just going to spray her plants again and give her some areas to drink from. Give her a bit of a rain. Sometimes it collects on her head and she'll drink like that. There you go. There you go. She's licking. Right, I'll give you a little bit of a dribble. I didn't mean to put it in your eyeball. I'm sorry. And that's pretty much my interactions with her done today. You see what I mean? These are from Cuba, high humidity species, tropical environment, screen mesh, because, you know, rainforest Britain. There isn't a rainforest anymore because we chopped it down. Right, we're going to have a quick check in the incubator, make sure everything is hunky-dory. That is a baby Cuban false chameleon in there. The egg is there, hasn't hatched yet. There's a singular MBK egg in this one. This is a hybrid clutch. That is a really special clutch. There's a whole video dedicated on them coming, and then beneath there is like some 5-gene corn thing that we've done. All looks good, I'll leave it alone. You might think this is pretty low for corns and kings, but it's the middle ground between these guys. I want it 25 to 27, and I would normally do like 25 to like 28 for these. So 25, these are going to take a lot longer to cook, but it's the middle ground for this guy. We've only got a tiny incubator. I don't breed much, so this room is Ellie's reptile room. So we've got panther anoles, we've got a crested gecko. In here, there's some sort of frog, I think. I think there's a little tree frog. It's got its own little pond that, after water tests and stuff, that is actually functioning like an actual pond. So it's got its own pond. These are still growing in. And it did have branches up the top, but it's all fallen down. So that needs a bit of a zhush up. But yeah, it's got a cool frog in there. In there is some chameleon geckos. I really like this tank. If you look at the wild videos, it's like very woody and deciduous with some little vines coming up, and it kind of looks like that. There they are, right there. That's the female, I think. The female sat there by her bowl. I could do that as well, actually. That's the thing to do. But yeah, I really like this tank. They can go up and sit in this like tree up there. There's actually a male in there somewhere, but God knows where that male is. Oh yeah, I see him right there. In this cool little tank, we have some scorpion geckos. Here they are. This is a bachelor group of all males. They're just stunning little geckos. These guys like to sit and bask and get really... I don't know why it's flickering. I think it's that. I think it's the LED. That's something of note. I don't normally film in here, so... In this tank, there is some Stenodactylus. I think they're going to be under that hide, so I'm just going to lift that and show you. Sorry, guys. This isn't an eviction. Oh, yeah, I see. Just going to lift this off very gently. Oh, my God. The family was under there. Sorry, guys. Definitely a preferred hide. Yeah, these tiny little sand geckos from Africa, they're really cool. They're social. They're really fun to keep. I'm actually jealous of her keeping these species. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to disturb you. I'm just going to put your house back. Can I pop you back? Beep, beep. Mind your butts. I'll put it down gently. Sorry, guys. So these guys really like the bean weevils. So Ellie's just got a population of bean weevils just hatching out and existing in their enclosure. Almost like to just self-feed the population here. It's really cool. Got the same situation with this tank. This is a group of viper geckos. I love all the rock work. This used to be Charlie's old tank when Charlie the king snake was really small. But I gave it to Ellie and she's got a group of geckos living in it. Hello, buddy. Oh, God. Oh, the camera looks like an eye, doesn't it? It's a really good camera, but in terms of filming animals, it's not great because of how it looks. It looks like an eye. Have I upset you, buddy? Right, we'll leave him alone. Honestly, I couldn't tell you where the rest are, but it's such a big tank for such a small gecko species. And honestly, it's quite a small group as well. But, I mean, look at the size tank compared to the little guy there. Living the desert dream. Right, we'll shut that up. We'll move on. So these are some anoles from Cuba. These are really special pairs. So these are a subspecies of the Cuban night anole. It's Anolis small wood eye. These guys are very, very rare in the UK. So they're a really cool group to have. I'll try and find an individual to show you. But you've got one guy up there. Trouble is, this camera makes everyone scatty. Got one guy up there just sitting on the wall under the lights. Oh, and the other one is down there. So you've got two girls in here, and you've got a big male in here. There he goes, isn't it? Should be able to see him. Got a very pretty head. Look at that, he's gorgeous. He is actually beautiful. But yeah, that's him. I won't disturb him too much. Oh God. Down here is Ellie's bearded dragon. She's got a nice little basking spot up there onto a big rock there. She kind of just sits up perching. Cute little dragon. Nice little 4x2x2. So up here, the Cuban night anoles from the bedroom are going to move into these setups. But down here, we actually have... In here is a baby ball python. Well, I say baby, it's probably like 2 years old now, but I can see its coil back there. It's in a 4-foot, and it was in a 4-foot from literally a baby. Ellie bred this snake, so she's had it since its very hatch. It's asleep down there. So when ball python breeders are like, oh, you try and put a ball python in a 4-foot from birth and it will die, you're gonna kill it. Literally done it with ease. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to get the Mexican buck king snake out of here and into here, just so I can clean the tank. She recently laid a clutch of eggs, and during that time I was just feeding her, and I wasn't worried about stressing her and cleaning her while she was through that sort of tentative, delicate time. I just let her have it, smelling like her. Now After that's all done, it's a bit of a state, so I need to get in there and clean. I'll show you how much shit is everywhere in a minute. First, I need to get her out, which will be easy because she'll come to me because she'll try to eat me. And then like an eagle, caca, hello. Down you go. Be a good girl. Don't you climb that hook. Don't you climb the hook. Right, in you go. And then, ta-da. Oh no, the lid popped off as I'm trying to put it in a tank. Right, stop it. I need to refix the lid. There we go. Ah, there we go. Good girl. These are her sheds from when she was like ovulating and like pre-lay and all that stuff. It's not too bad back there, but I need to get in there and have a look. It's this end that you can see it all. Poop at the back because she's pulled wires down. You can see a weird poop there. So what I need to do is get in here, move her stuff around, get to the substrate and spot clean all the poop out. Oh, I'm getting old. Oh, nearing 30 and falling apart. Here we go. Right. I'm going to get one bag. But I'm actually going to use gloves. And the reason that I'm going to use gloves is not because I'm scared of touching things. If I need to like adjust you and touch the camera, I don't want to have poopy hands touch you, back to it, change the angle. So if I can change a glove and take it off and throw it away in between touching the camera, makes my life a lot easier. So the way that I work in terms of how my collection runs and how I run Reptiles and Research is I will have like days of that are like heavy husbandry days, and the other days are kind of like just get in there, give everyone the essential spray they need to have the water for the day, and then give everyone their bare necessities or the bare attention for that day, because today's a content day. And if that day's a content day, I basically sit at the computer, unless I'm moving around filming something for content, sitting around at that computer until it's done. So that day kind of gets written off as like a desk work day. But my problem is, it's either one or the other, which means I'm doing all this and no one ever sees me do it because I'm either making a care guide where I'm sat there talking to you, describing what I do, but not necessarily showing it. And if I do these vlogs, I'm hoping that I can make it, I'm making content and doing the chores in one go, so that one, we can actually be a bit more human, have a chat, rather than me be so like clinical and like, here's the care guide, here's the setup guide, and it's very like, I don't know, autonomous. It'd be cool to just get you in like this, and I can mix my days and not feel like I don't get to get stuck in every single day. I view it as like I'm a utility channel and I'm here to help people when I give you what you need. And I don't really care about following and like it being about me. So I naturally don't show me, weirdly, subconsciously. I don't know. Oh, the other thing I need to do is rehydrate and replace this humid hide. This moss is pretty dry, so all I'm going to do here is add in some nice clean fresh moss, freshen up their nice little like soft bed. If you didn't know, the purpose of this is when they're underground in the wild, it'll be nice and moist, and it helps them when they're shedding their skin. And sometimes they just go there for a relax because they like it. So I put some moss in the tub, and it gives them that moisture in a hole / burrow. At the moment, because she's just laid a bunch of eggs, she's really hungry and she's really bitey. And that's fine, because she's not necessarily like painful. It's just that when she bites, she latches on. She won't let go for like an hour, and I've got things to go on with, so I don't have time for you to be attached to me. Look, it's trying to bite the side. There we go. I'm going to drop you down. Go in. There you go. And we'll just take our time. We'll just let her wander in. There's no need for me to pinch her tail or flick her tail to make her go faster. We'll just take our time and let her wander in. Just make sure I support her body weight. There you go. That wasn't too hard, was it? Hey? There we go. Nice and easy. Snake back in. Wasn't too stressful. And disinfect all of this. We'll move on. I love this because it doesn't matter what, I can just chuck it everywhere. It doesn't matter. Right, that can go there. That can go there. Done with this. I think my next task is to feed these guys. I mean, they're not even out now, but These guys will eat during the day. Their whole entire thing is they sit out on rocks in the blasting sunshine and sit and wait for a lizard to run across the floor, and then I'll go chasing after it. So most of my snakes I'll feed at night, but these guys, if I don't feed them early enough in the day and they don't get to be looking at it during the daytime, they will just leave it overnight and it'll rot. So I need to feed them now. If you look at that back wall, these guys are messy. They eat, shit. Like, I do need to pull this all out and make it bioactive, because at the moment it's just sand and it's not doing well. I try to get in there with a sieve, and they're so flighty. They're wild caught. If I were to reach my hand towards the back and I start trying to clean stuff, they would come shooting forward the other end. They'll either smash their face on the glass here, or if it's open, they'll come shooting out onto the floor, and then it's a nightmare trying to catch them. So ideally they need to be bioactive, and it needs to be sort of like self-cleaning in some way, but then that's still not going to solve. It could be as bioactive substrate as I want, they're still going to shit all over the wall like that. Maybe I shouldn't let them get up there in hindsight, but that's the thing with reptile keeping, you figure it out as you go. But I do need to feed them, I still own them, so I need to feed them. Let's go do that. Right, so let's think about where people are. You've got a guy that's curled up in that bush down there, I can see him, and I don't know where the others are. So all I'm going to do is we're going to place the food down, we're going to place it here, and they can come out on their own time and just come pick them up from the pile. That's how they normally feed. Think if I set you up here, and I'm not here, I'll put it on the tripod, you should be able to just watch. I feel like the room is finally looking pretty good. Things are falling together for me nicely. I like the fact that I can just walk down this alleyway of black and glass and nature. Because this leopard gecko has no claws, I thought she would still be able to climb up, but she can't. She can't climb up to this basking spot. So I think I'm going to need to rearrange this enclosure and probably use like the slope to make like a gentle ramp up to like this crest. Where she's going to bask up there. But that's probably going to be a different video. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you like these types of videos, let me know, because it's very experimental for me. And I'll see you in the next video.